Hey everybody, Joshua TVC. Wanted to make a video today on a simple maintenance task that, as an owner-operator or even as a company driver, knowing how to do this simple maintenance task not only saves you a trip to the mechanic shop and ultimately saves you money, but also it'll save you downtime because you don't have to take it into the shop to do this. These are relatively simple. Granted, it's becoming more rare to have a manual transmission and a clutch to adjust. Everything for the majority is going automatic, but for those of us that still like old school, knowing how to do this is a really good thing to understand. So we're going to do a clutch adjustment. This in particular is on an Eaton 18 speed, but pretty much all clutches on a manual transmission are going to be done the same. They do have automatic adjustments on clutches. It's been my experience that I don't really like them. They tend to run a clutch a little too tight. And something that I recently learned is those can be simply swapped out with the removal of 2 bolts and putting a manual adjustment piece back in there instead of the automatic. So if there's somebody wants to know how to do that, just leave a comment and I can make a video on how to do that. But this will just be a simple clutch adjustment, like I said, on a Eaton Fuller 18 speed, but it's the same on a 10, a 9, 13. So the same basic principles apply. If you do have a hydraulic or air clutch assist, it does make it a little bit more difficult because you have more stuff up in the bell housing where the clutch adjustment actually happens that you have to work around. So just be aware of that. What you're going to see under the truck once I get under there, probably on part 2, is going to be a very open, clean. But like I said, if you have any type of clutch assist, it just makes things a little bit more complicated, a little bit tighter. So you'll need, for most everything, you'll need a 5/8 offset wrench. So you definitely want a little bit of bend in your wrench, because if you have a flat, like ratcheting wrench, it makes it almost impossible. So technically this one has a small offset, but a little bit more offset's even better. You'll need a pry bar. You can use a short or a long, they just come in handy under there. And you'll need a 1/2 inch socket on an impact or a ratchet to take off the cover plate. So simple tools you'll need. The adjustment between your throwout bearing